Imagine a country where witches are burned every April, beer is cheaper than water, and secret beaches exist in a landlocked nation. What if I told you this magical place is real? Welcome to Czechia, the land of surprises. Stay with me as I unveil 15 jaw-dropping facts that you won't believe about this hidden gem in Central Europe. Hi wanderers, welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the world's most extraordinary places. And today, I'm taking you on an unforgettable journey to Czechia, a country that completely redefined my idea of travel. From its stunning castles to bizarre traditions, we'll explore why this small nation punches way above its weight. So grab a Pilsner, trust me, it'll make sense later, and let's dive in. Czechia, with its modest land area of just 78,866 square kilometers, may not be the largest country in Europe, but what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in culture, history, and charm. If you've ever wondered how a country can have such a rich sense of identity despite its compact size, Czechia is a perfect example. Home to over 10.7 million people, this country boasts a captivating mix of timeless traditions and cutting-edge modernity. From the narrow, cobblestone streets of Prague to the sleek, contemporary tech hubs in Brno, it's a place where the past and the present dance in perfect harmony. In fact, did you know that Czechia is home to one of the world's oldest universities? The University of Prague, founded in 1348, has been shaping minds for over 670 years. As a crossroads of European culture, Czechia shares borders with 4 countries: Germany to the west, Poland to the north, Slovakia to the east, and Austria to the south. Each of these neighboring nations brings its unique influence, making Czechia an international hub where different languages, traditions, and cultures converge. Despite its size, Czechia has always punched well above its weight in terms of art, architecture, and political influence. Walk down any street, and you'll encounter the pulse of European history. Whether you're admiring medieval castles or savoring the local food, the rich diversity of Czechia's heritage is felt everywhere. Imagine stepping into the pages of a fairy tale. That's the feeling you get when you visit Prague Castle, a majestic landmark that's not just the largest castle complex in the world, but also a living testament to the country's fascinating history. Its towering Gothic spires and medieval fortifications dominate the Prague skyline, making it an iconic sight that's impossible to miss. As you enter the castle grounds, you're transported to another time, surrounded by centuries-old mosaics, paintings, and intricate stonework that reflect the rich legacy of Czech royalty and history. But it's not just the architecture that makes this place magical. The castle's underground vaults are filled with eerie stories and chilling tales of imprisonment and mystery. It's here where many of the kingdom's secrets have been kept hidden for centuries. The castle has stood witness to the rise and fall of empires, the struggles of monarchs, and the political intrigue of European courts. Would you dare to explore the hidden chambers beneath the castle? Who knows what secrets they may hold? The allure of the unknown is one of the many reasons Prague Castle feels like stepping into the pages of a fairy tale, with each corner brimming with untold stories. Now, let's talk about one of Prague's most enchanting and enigmatic features, the astronomical clock. Over 600 years old, this incredible timepiece is not only a testament to medieval ingenuity, but also a living piece of Czech legend. Each hour, the clock comes to life, performing a stunning display with moving apostles and other figures. It's not just a beautiful sight, it's also a mystery wrapped in legend. There's a popular local belief that if the clock ever stops, disaster will strike the city. This ancient superstition has persisted for centuries, with many Prague locals treating the clock almost like a protector of the city. Whether you're a believer in the supernatural or not, it's hard to deny the mystical aura surrounding this historic timepiece. Watching the 12 apostles make their procession on the hour feels like a bit of magic in motion, an experience that draws thousands of visitors every day. Is it really cursed, or is it just a clever tourist trap designed to keep us coming back to the city? You'll have to visit for yourself to find out. But there's no denying the clock's charm. It's one of those places where legend and reality blend so seamlessly that you'll find yourself wondering if the magic is real after all. Czechia isn't just famous for its historical sites and beautiful landscapes, it's also the undisputed champion of beer. Yes, you heard that right. Beer isn't just a drink here, it's a cultural treasure. In fact, the Czechs have the highest beer consumption per capita in the world. But what's truly amazing is how cheap it is. Can you imagine sipping a cold pint for less than a bottle of water? It's not uncommon to find yourself paying more for a bottle of water than a freshly poured beer in Czech pubs. The country's beer culture is a deep-rooted tradition that goes back centuries. And while Czech beer is world-renowned for its quality and variety, there's one name that stands out above the rest: Pilsner Urquell. First brewed in 1842, this iconic beer is often considered the original Pilsner and is a must-try for anyone visiting. With its crisp, refreshing taste and balanced bitterness, Pilsner Urquell is more than just a drink, it's a piece of Czech heritage. No matter where you go in Czechia, whether it's a cozy pub in Prague or a bustling beer hall in Plzeň, beer is more than a beverage, it's a symbol of the country's social culture. So grab a pint, settle in with locals, and enjoy the rich flavors of Czech brewing craftsmanship. At first glance, you might not expect a landlocked country like Czechia to have any beaches. But just when you think you've got it figured out, Czechia surprises you with its stunning lakes and rivers, which double as idyllic retreats. Kispan Beach, located just outside of Prague, is a local favorite. Here, the stress of city life melts away as you relax by the water, sunbathing, or enjoying a leisurely swim. But what makes it truly unique is the unspoken rule of freedom. Locals embrace a no-judgment philosophy. It's a place where you can truly unwind, be yourself, and let go of the pressures of everyday life. It's not just about the sun and water. The serenity of these lakes offers a perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. While Prague and Brno are known for their urban vibes, Czechia's hidden beaches allow you to reconnect with nature, far away from the overcrowded tourist hotspots. Picture yourself surrounded by lush greenery, the sound of lapping waves against the shore, and the scent of pine trees in the air. It's hard to believe that in a country without any coastline, you can still experience the calm, laid-back atmosphere of a secluded beach getaway. Whether you're kayaking along the Vltava River, lounging by a lake in the countryside, or enjoying the serenity of Kispan Beach, Czechia's lakes and rivers offer unexpected tranquility in a landlocked paradise. Every April, the Czech people celebrate one of the most bizarre yet fascinating festivals, Witch Night. This ancient tradition, which dates back to medieval folklore, involves the dramatic burning of straw witches in towering bonfires, lighting up the night sky. The ritual is believed to ward off evil spirits, marking the symbolic end of winter and the triumphant return of spring. The bonfires are not just about fire. They are an ancient symbol of the battle between light and darkness, where the forces of good defeat the dark spirits of the cold season. As night falls, crowds gather in various cities across Czechia to watch the witches go up in flames, accompanied by loud, festive dances and singing. The air is filled with excitement as people of all ages come together to celebrate the changing of the seasons. The festival isn't just about the spectacle of the bonfire. It's also about community, family, and the warmth of togetherness after the long, harsh winter months. The celebration also includes indulging in hearty local foods like sauerkraut, sausages, and a variety of homemade pastries, making it a perfect blend of fun, food, and tradition. The fire dances reflect ancient rituals that have been passed down through generations, and for visitors, it's an unforgettable cultural experience. Whether you're jumping over small flames for good luck or enjoying a warm drink by the fire, Witch Night is a celebration of life, nature, and the power of renewal. Have you ever seen a festival where the night sky is illuminated with so much history and magic? Czech is a challenging language, and it's easy to see why. With more than 250,000 words and a unique set of consonant clusters and vowel combinations, mastering Czech might feel like learning an entirely new alphabet, even if you're already fluent in several other languages. One of the trickiest aspects? The pronunciation. Certain sounds don't exist in many other languages, making it a fun, yet sometimes frustrating puzzle to figure out. You'll encounter words with multiple syllables that roll off the tongue smoothly for locals, but seem like a tongue twister for foreigners. But don't worry, while learning Czech might take years to truly master, the locals are incredibly friendly and patient with foreigners. English is widely spoken, especially in cities like Prague, and many Czechs are more than willing to help you practice your Czech phrases. In fact, a small attempt to speak Czech will likely earn you a smile. If you can muster up the courage to say, "Thank you," you'll be met with an appreciative nod or a cheerful response, making it well worth the effort. Though Czech may seem daunting at first, the welcoming and kind nature of the people makes the learning process much more enjoyable. If you take the time to learn a few simple phrases, you'll find that the connections you make are even more meaningful. When it comes to Czech women, there's no denying the natural beauty that many of them possess. But it's not just their looks that captivate, it's their confidence and strong sense of self. Czech women are known for their down-to-earth nature, striking the perfect balance between modern sensibility and traditional charm. They walk with grace, speak with intelligence, and most importantly, carry themselves with a confidence that reflects the country's rich cultural history. What truly sets Czech women apart, however, is their approach to relationships. Czech dating culture is notably free-spirited, and women here are not afraid to take the lead. Whether it's initiating a conversation, making the first move, or planning a date, they exude confidence without hesitation. Yet, they also value traditional romantic gestures, like receiving flowers on a first date or enjoying a candlelit dinner. This blend of boldness and charm creates a romantic atmosphere that feels both refreshing and timeless. It's a perfect mix of modernity with a touch of old-school elegance, and you can't help but admire how well they balance the two. If you're a fan of quirky museums, Prague has one that's both hilarious and oddly fascinating. The Toilet Museum. Yes, you read that right, a museum dedicated entirely to toilets. This unusual collection features over 1,800 toilet-related artifacts from around the world, showcasing how hygiene has evolved over the centuries. From gold-plated chamber pots to replicas of toilets from the Titanic, the exhibits take you on a whimsical journey through the history of one of life's most basic yet essential necessities. The museum is packed with all sorts of interesting and sometimes amusing relics. For example, you can find early toilet designs that look more like torture devices than modern plumbing. as well as high-tech, futuristic toilets from Japan. As you walk through the museum's displays, you'll come to realize how much thought has gone into something we often take for granted. Who knew toilets could be so fascinating? Whether you're laughing at the oddities or marveling at the ingenuity behind each item, the Toilet Museum offers a unique, fun, and educational experience that will leave you talking about it for years to come. In Czechia, music isn't just an art form, it's a living, breathing part of daily life. From the classical concerts that fill the grand halls during the Prague Spring Festival, to the laid-back jazz tunes drifting out of riverside clubs, music is the heartbeat of Czech culture. If you're lucky enough to visit Prague, you'll hear it on every corner, whether it's street performers giving impromptu concerts or the distant sounds of a local band playing in a cafe. Music is never far away. The country has a long history of being a musical powerhouse, with famous composers like Antonín Dvořák and Bedřich Smetana hailing from this very land. Whether you're at a chamber music concert, in a historic opera house, or at a jazz bar by the Vltava River, the city is alive with sound. What's even more impressive is how talented the street performers are. Many of them are trained musicians, capable of performing symphonic masterpieces or jazz improvisations. Their performances are not just background noise, they're a chance to witness true artistry in its rawest form. Music is truly woven into the fabric of life in Czechia, creating an atmosphere that is both vibrant and uplifting. While the rest of the world celebrates Valentine's Day, Czechia takes things to a whole new level with Marriage Week every February. For an entire week, couples are encouraged to renew their vows, dance under the stars, and even engage in a romantic tradition of locking their love on bridges. It's a celebration of love, but not just the fleeting kind. You'll find couples of all ages, from newlyweds to those who have been together for decades, marking the occasion with acts of affection that reignite the flame of romance. During this week, you'll often see couples taking long walks through charming streets, holding hands, and enjoying the peaceful winter atmosphere. For those looking for a little more spectacle, there are special events such as vow renewal ceremonies held in historic churches, or candlelit dances that make you feel like you're in a fairy tale. The love locks, where couples place a padlock on a bridge and throw away the key, are a particularly popular tradition, symbolizing an eternal bond. It's a beautiful reminder to cherish love, appreciate commitment, and keep the spark alive in a relationship, making Marriage Week in Czechia an event unlike any other. Czechia is world-renowned for its exquisite Bohemian crystal, which has been crafted for over 800 years. As I walked through the crystal factory in Karlovy Vary, I witnessed firsthand the incredible artistry and craftsmanship that go into creating each stunning piece. The process begins with skilled artisans who melt raw glass and skillfully shape it into delicate chandeliers, vases, figurines, and other fine glassware. What struck me most was how each piece tells a unique story of heritage and artistry. Every curve, every cut, and every intricate design reflects a rich tradition passed down through generations. Watching the artisans at work was mesmerizing. They moved with precision, almost as if their hands had a conversation with the glass itself. The crystal's clarity and the sparkle that it catches when it catches the light is like nothing else. In fact, Bohemian crystal is considered some of the finest in the world, and owning a piece is like owning a part of Czechia's history. Whether you're purchasing an heirloom-quality chandelier or a delicate wine glass, you're taking home a piece of craftsmanship that represents centuries of tradition. If you find yourself in Karlovy Vary, don't miss the chance to visit these crystal factories. They're an experience that truly glitters with the country's cultural soul. Czechia has a passion for sports, and it's impossible to visit the country without feeling the energy and enthusiasm that surrounds its favorite games. Ice hockey, in particular, is a national treasure. The legendary Jaromír Jágr, who is celebrated as one of the greatest hockey players of all time, has inspired generations of Czechs to pick up a stick and hit the ice. His achievements have created an unbreakable bond between the Czech people and the sport, turning every match into a celebration of national pride. But it's not just professional athletes who get to shine. The Czech people are incredibly active in sports at every level. In Špindlerův Mlýn, I tried my hand at skiing in one of the country's most famous ski resorts. Let's just say I quickly realized my talents lie more in cheering on athletes from the comfort of a cafe than on the slopes. But for those who love winter sports, Špindlerův Mlýn is a haven with world-class facilities that attract skiers from around the globe. Whether it's ice hockey, skiing, or tennis, the Czechs truly take pride in their athletes. Can you name a Czech sports legend? This country has many, and every sporting event is an opportunity to witness a community united in support of its homegrown heroes. If you're looking for a destination where you can feel completely safe, Czechia should be on your list. It consistently ranks among the top safest countries in the world, making it an ideal place for travelers seeking peace of mind. The low crime rate, combined with the friendly and welcoming locals, create an atmosphere where you can wander through the charming streets of Prague at midnight without feeling uneasy. The city feels alive, even in the dead of night, but with a sense of security that's hard to come by in larger bustling cities. I remember walking along the Vltava River at night, surrounded by beautifully lit bridges and the peaceful hum of the city. The experience was calming and reassuring. There was no sense of fear, just the joy of being in a city full of history, culture, and friendly faces. Czechia's low levels of violent crime, combined with its well-maintained public spaces and well-lit streets, make it a stress-free destination for travelers of all kinds. Czechia's cuisine is a feast for the senses, offering a variety of dishes that are as rich in flavor as they are in tradition. One of the standout dishes is svíčková, a mouth-watering braised beef dish served with a creamy vegetable sauce and often accompanied by nedlíky, dumplings. The tenderness of the meat, combined with the creamy sauce, makes for a comforting and hearty meal that will leave you satisfied for hours. Another must-try is trdelník, a sweet pastry often served with a generous dusting of sugar and cinnamon. As it's cooked over an open flame, the outside gets beautifully crisp, while the inside remains warm and fluffy. And no meal is complete without a glass of Pilsner, Czechia's world-famous beer. The country is home to some of the best brews in the world, and every meal pairs perfectly with a cold one. From the first sip to the last bite, Czech cuisine will take you on a culinary adventure that highlights both the country's agricultural heritage and its love of good food. Whether you're savoring a hearty roast or enjoying a light pastry on a cafe terrace, the food here is sure to leave you craving more. As we wrap up, let's revisit what makes Czechia truly extraordinary. From its magical castles to quirky festivals and unbeatable beer culture, every corner of this country tells a story. So there you have it. 15 surprising facts about Czechia that left me amazed. Which one blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible journeys. And here's a teaser. Next week, we're heading to a country where locals believe in forest spirits. Any guesses? Stay tuned. What if I told you this clock might hold the fate of Prague in its hands? Can you guess which dish pairs cranberries with whipped cream? Would you dare to swim at a secret beach in a landlocked nation? Let's make this adventure unforgettable.